I'm sorry, that always gives me chills. That is from a movie called Togo, where the basically a man that owns dog sleds. He has to save a village of children, and saving these villages of children, they have to ride on thin ice to get from one side of the lake to the other. And to me, that's what entrepreneurship is. It's going on a journey on thin ice, not knowing if you're truly going to make it. And what I love about that scene is how he talks through the entire way, motivating the dogs that are obviously terrified. He's terrified as well because he may sink into the ocean. But the mission is that deep for him that he's willing to go through the danger. He's willing to go through the thin ice. And he's motivating himself through that entire way. See, many times I think we want things to be simple and easy. But like my mentor Jim Rohn would say, don't wish for it to be easier, wish to be better. Wish to be stronger, wish to be more persistent, wish to have more drive, wish to have more deep reason why you're pushing yourself toward this mission. And I feel that whenever you do that, you will elevate yourself so the things won't get easier, but you'll elevate yourself to become better. So whenever I love watching that clip, because the first time I saw it, it gave me chills. That the simple fact that you hear the ice cracking, you hear the water underneath them, and the whole time he's calling the dogs names. He's motivating them to say, "Hey, we're gonna stop for some ice." So when there's tons of distractions that we're living in, tons of it, and it's gonna get even more distracting. And I tell myself, Rich, are you going to stop because of an issue? Are you going to stop because of funding? Are you going to stop because of something personal happening in your life? Or are you going to keep going on the mission? And the mission has to be that most important. So what I would like to tell everyone today is you are important. Your mission is important. The book that needs to come out of you is important. There's people that need to read it. One of the very first books of self-development I've ever read was Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I read it when I was 12 years old. And that book changed my complete trajectory. I can't imagine what my life would look like. If I didn't read that book at 12 years old, there would not be Rich Fontaine. You would never know me. I'll be still working as an engineer. And I would just be living my life. But that book, something in that book changed me. And there's something in your book that will change millions of people. Now, even when Robert Kiyosaki first came out with his book, it didn't sell tremendously right away. But through time and through years, it kept developing and developing because the younger generations kept finding it and kept reading it and kept reading it. Now he says he makes $1 million off that one. He has tons of books, but that one book, he makes $1 million a year of passive income. That he doesn't have to rewrite it, is residuals. It comes to him on his website or Amazon or wherever. But it took years for that to happen. But the mission kept pushing him and persevering. So I want everyone in the call, I'm going to unmute this for a second. I want everyone in the call to say, I'm important.
I'm important.
I'm important. I'm important.
Yes, we're all important. And the book that, let me make sure I get Cicely as well. And the book that we're trying to create is also very, very important. Because that's the mission, that's the drive, that's going on the thin ice to get what we want to get to. And lastly is, I only ask for one favor throughout this entire call, which is you have to refer to each other as best-selling author. So when I call on Cicely's name, I'll be calling her best-selling author Cicely. When I call Amy's name, or I'll be calling
Cecily. Call me Cecily.
Cecily, so best-selling author Cecily. Apologize, Cecily. And it would be best-selling author Amy, best-selling author Shanae, and best-selling author Nicole. Why? Because you have to affirm what you want before you can get what you want. Everything I have in my entire life, I affirmed it before it ever came to fruition. So you always have to affirm what you want before you'll ever get what you want. So everyone, please relate. I'm going to unmute again and say, I am best-selling author in your name.
Best-selling author Nicole Hunt.
I am best-selling author Shanae Pugh.
I'm best-selling author Amy Rogan.
I am best-selling author Cecily Wilson.
Cecily. I'm gonna get that, Cecily. Best-selling author Cecily Wilson. And thank you, and thank you, everybody. All right, so I just finished my Facebook Live here. Say hey, everybody. Hey, everybody else on the call. All right.
Hi.
All right, we're gonna have some great time, of course. Next time, please join us for this Right to Grow Rich section. Right to Grow Rich. See everyone later on live.